Alright, so it's time to finally showcase the blue UR Kirishima. It took me a few days in order to awaken him. I haven't fully maxed him out just yet because I am not in a rush, but maybe in the future I will. But since I did pull him and I haven't showcased him on this channel, I thought I would take on the responsibility to showcase him and at least awaken him just to see how good he really is. I mean, we all kind of know what he does and how good he really is already. And just by looking at his kit alone, just reading out his abilities, you already know how good he is. But we need to just see him in action, okay? So I got him to level 80. I've got him to the 6th table right now. Again, I might or may not get him to the 9th table. It just depends on if I do have the stamina and the materials for that. And then for the peace route, I only got him for the first route. So this is like the basic of basic showcases. Maybe one day we'll do 100%. Advanced leveling is at a no as well. I won't be showcasing him on PvP right now, but in the future, you might be able to see him on my PvP team. We'll have to find out. Let's go through his details. 600% damage to a single opponent. Increases character's defense by 20% for 3 turns. Also gives the character ability to last stand for 1 time, which is very good. Of course, defense over damage reduction. I think damage reduction is going to be a little bit better than defense, but we still take defense no less. Action skill 1, 300% damage to a single opponent. Gives character's ability to cover for 3 turns. Taunt. Also gives character a barrier that nullifies 2 hits. And then the second action skill allows him to counter normal attacks. Gives character a barrier for 2 hits. And then also increases skill impact by 25% for 3 turns. Both skills have a max cooldown of 5. So the 7th table doesn't get like a 4-turn cooldown. And then for the auto skills, increases character's skill impact by 5% for every critical attack received, up to 10 times. So you can get up to a 50% skill impact increase. Also increases character's skill impact by 30% when HP is 50% below, which makes him a pretty big threat if he keeps on surviving. And then auto skill 2 increases ABL type's max HP, which I think is probably the best stat to provide boost other than power. Alright, so that is insane, in my opinion. Making it one of the best support skills out there that, like, buffs up a certain stat. For his EX skills, I do have EX skills. At the very least, I could give him that. Increase speed, skill impact for normal attacks, critical rate increase. EX protections are max HP. Reduces skill damage to character by 6% and regen by 5% HP. Now, this is more going to be like a first impressions kind of deal. So, we won't bring him onto PvP because, unfortunately, at top 1 rank, you can't really showcase the character off for too long. And then, especially at level 80. So, and I've already used all my USJ runs, so this is not well thought out. But we'll bring him onto a few VE Tower stages at the very least, okay? So when it comes to VE Tower red enemies, a noticeable one is the big robot from 2nd floor Endeavor. So let's verse that one really quickly. Now, throughout this whole showcase, we're probably going to be running the blue Kirishima, of course. Blue Momo. Right there, honestly, is a force to be reckoned with. A taunter and a healer together. And then just to top it all off, the blue Todoroki. Yes, blue Bakugo might be useful as well. But, I mean, honestly, if I was to run this like a proper team, I'd probably go blue Kirishima, blue Todoroki, as well as the blue Bakugo. I think that's going to be fairly strong. You have 2 forces with a taunter. You have damage reduction. That's going to be a very annoying blue team if you were to run a blue team. And that team here would probably be good enough to beat any of the Endeavor stages in USJ. But because we're showcasing, we're going to take away the Bakugo. I know. He does lower defense, which is good. And then we'll bring in Blue Momo just to keep the heals going. So that will be it for this case. Plus, Bakugo will definitely steal the showcase as well. Because he's a boosted character. Same as Todoroki as well, I guess. But we won't give him a memory. We probably won't give anyone a memory. Let's do that. Let's have fun. And let's just run the blue Kirishima, see if he carries the team. I mean, he should, regardless. So, obviously, there's always this talk that's going to happen. Blue Kirishima versus red Kirishima. Now, of course, taking type out of the consideration, and just looking at the abilities, okay, my honest thought is, unless your opponent is dumb, Red Kirishima is probably going to be better, okay? Now, actually, I've never skill chained with this guy, so this is going to be interesting. We'll do this for now. Okay, it's pretty much as fast as the Red Kirishimas. The reason for that is, if your opponent knows when they can destroy the barrier instantly, barrier becomes not a real threat. And the one thing barrier has lacking compared to damage reduction works on every single hit for the turn, while barrier is more just you're invincible for 2 hits, and for single target hits and single attack hits, that's actually really good. To bait plus ultras, that's really strong. Okay, so what Blue Kirishima works better than Red Kirishima is, you know, taking plus ultra damage compared to Red Kirishima. But usually skills like the Todorokis here, they do like multiple hits, more than like 2 hits for sure most of the time. So this does like what, 5 hits right there. By the way, we're doing like 15,000 on that skill. And like there you take like the single target hit is 0 damage, right? But with the Todoroki, that Todoroki would have at least bypassed that 2 barrier hit and applied some burn and everything like that. So you got to keep into consideration about that. So when it comes to PvE, I feel like Blue Kirishima, you can really just like take advantage of him and really survive way longer than Red Kirishima, I think. But PvP, as if you're versing on those higher ranks, Blue Kirishima to me causes less threat to Red Kirishima. By the way, we got his plus ultra. Let's turn on these animations. And let's play on 2x speed. But, I mean, his design outright wins anyway. Like, look at that. Look at this, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is so dope, man. Oh, that is such a good plus ultra. And it probably looks way better than 3x speed as well. This plus ultra with Momo here. Get the taunt. It's good that the speed is the same as Red Kirishima's, because I'm so used to Red Kirishima's speed now. The counters pretty much work the same. I think, though, I gotta remember Red Kirishima's auto skills, because all I remember from just Kirishima is like, yo, they just do a lot of damage reduction. But Red Kirishima does bring plus ultra gauge a lot faster as well compared to Blue Kirishima. Blue Kirishima is more on the damaging side, but less like tanky overall. And just has like those peak like tanking through barrier. The thing is, the Red Kirishima also gets barrier as well through his plus ultra. And because he gets plus ultra gauge by 15% every time you get you inflict a critical damage, he's actually just like, he has more kit and like more uptime in damage compared to Blue Kirishima sometimes. But I won't lie, like I have lost a few times to Blue Kirishima just because I accidentally like plus ultra, or it even like throws out like that dilemma where it's like these moments where my opponent is almost dead. Well, like say I have my plus ultras actually up ready. So example, like this moment I have, and the Blue Kirishima is obviously going to use his action skill first, and I know it's going to taunt me and it's going to have barrier. So I know like, okay, my own unit's going to die regardless here. You know, with the Red Kirishima, I'd be like, well, I could throw out a plus ultra just to get like 4,000 to 7,000 damage, depending on how much damage reduction he's already stacked up. With Blue Kirishima, I'm like, well, this character becomes useless. He's dead now because I know that the plus ultra is just going to destroy one barrier and then that's it. Now, with plus ultras that do multiple hits, I don't even remember what plus ultras do multiple hits. I don't think there is many, if any, none. Then the barriers don't work, but like for in this case, like this case right here. All right, just example, this is not like Blue Kirishima, okay? Just an example, like this was Blue Bakugo and the robot was the Blue Kirishima. like, Blue Kirishima is going to activate shield, my plus ultra does nothing. So, those are one of the annoying parts about versing Blue Kirishima, and one of the annoying, like, the better parts about Blue Kirishima. But for the most part, I think Red Kirishima wins. Anyway, he's got a lot of stacked up damage here. 27,000 at level 80 non-advanced. You could get a lot more in USJ because you got the friend support as well. That's actually not bad for no critical as well. I mean, in comparison, let's just look at the Todorokis, who's like 9 table done and like level 85 and advanced level 22,000. So, you know what I mean? He's fairly good. He's fairly good. That's why I put him in S tier. I still think he's in S tier for sure. Just utility-wise, health is just an amazing stat to increase. Just because the numbers are so much higher than, like, power and stuff like that. It gives you, like, an extra... Well, mine's not obviously maxed, but let's just say it's maxed. Right? And you've, like, wailed. 25% on HP... And not even considering memories and stuff like that, characters have like 30,000 HP maxed advanced leveled. Like, the Aizawa here has just pretty much over 30,000 HP. Like, 25% of that is like an almost extra 10k in HP, which is like almost like an extra skill that you can tank from, you know, PvP, Ultra Arena, or even a plus ultra, depending on how weak the character is or how early the plus ultra is. So, yeah, HP is a lot, like, more drastic to me than just power in general. But, of course, power is still very good. But, yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for the Blue Kirishima. One day, I'll get him to 100%, and then we can revisit him just to see how crazy he really is in Ultra Arena and stuff like that. I did say I was going to do more of the stages, but I think I showed off really everything about it. And we had a nice little discussion about the Blue Kirishima. Let me know what your thoughts about the Blue Kirishima is. I mean, he's an amazing card. He's just an amazing card in general. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on so you don't miss out on the daily content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, stay busy. Peace out.